to a battle for livelihoods in Bengaluru, and a city that's fighting over who really owns its footpaths as the hawkers and the street vendors in Bengaluru continuously fight back. And then, thousands of miles away, a football icon, you know who we're talking about, has played his last World Cup match. What does Cristiano Ronaldo mean for the beautiful game? We're going to decode that. You're watching In Your Interest with me, Kabir Naqvi. First, the top headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi conferred with Indonesia's highest award, the Bintang Adipurna. End to the EVM debate, it seems. India to export the poll machines now to Indonesia. Meanwhile, a close shave for the French President Emmanuel Macron as twin explosions ring out near the hotel where the French President was staying. 4 police personnel amongst the 14 that have been injured in the blast. The casualty death toll might also be going up. Mind you, this is the first visit by an EU head of state to the Syrian capital after the fall of the Assad regime. Talking about the West Asian sector, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi was heckled at Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's funeral procession in Iran. The crowd called Abbas Araghchi honorless. All captured on CCTV and bystanders' mobile phones. Another tragedy being reported from Wayanad. 2 people died and 7 others injured in that massive landslide in Keralam's Wayanad Kalladi tunnel. Keralam Chief Minister V.D. Satheesan holds an emergency meeting to assess the rescue operations. Voucher News9 to bring you the latest. Well, good news for TASMAC employees in the state of Tamil Nadu as the Prohibition Department Minister K. Vignesh announces 25% salary hike for all TASMAC employees. Our first segment in focus on Baruipur, a horrific crime, a grieving family, an angry town, a lynching that took place, and now a full-blown political battle. What began as the disappearance of an 11-year-old girl in West Bengal's Baruipur has today become one of the biggest law and order debates in the country. The child went missing on Saturday evening, that's the 4th of July, according to her family. They rushed to the police station and filed a missing persons complaint. But they now allege that the urgency that they expected from the police, it never came. By Sunday morning, the 5th of July, the little girl's body was recovered from a pond, stuffed inside a sack. Police have invoked various charges of rape, murder, and of course the POCSO Act. 3 accused have also been arrested. And the state government says it will seek the strictest punishment, including capital punishment. That's coming straight from the Chief Minister. But this story doesn't really end there. The family's allegations has struck a chord across the state of West Bengal. They say that the police acted immediately after the missing complaint was filed. Had CCTV footage been checked in time, had search operations begun without delay, their daughter might still have been alive. Whether that allegation stands legal scrutiny is something the investigation will determine, but it has already triggered widespread anger on the ground. That anger quickly spiraled beyond the crime itself. Locals claiming they identified suspects through CCTV footage ended up taking matters into their own hands. And because of that, one young man, alleged by the crowd to have links with the accused, was dragged out of his home and lynched. His family now insists that he was innocent, never knew the girl, never got an opportunity to defend himself really. And in a matter of hours, Baruipur witnessed not just one tragedy, but two. Police vehicles were attacked, roads and railway tracks were blocked, prohibitory orders had been imposed, and the administration found itself battling both a criminal investigation and a complete breakdown of public order. And then comes the politics. Because former Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee accused the BJP government of preventing her from meeting the victim's family earlier on. The BJP hit back, accusing the opposition of trying to politicize and communalize a sensitive criminal case. And rebel TMC leaders have openly praised the government's swift response, whilst the CPIM has taken the streets demanding accountability. The political blame game has begun even before the investigation has reached its conclusion. And that is what makes this case so significant, because this is perhaps the first major governance and law and order test for the newly elected BJP government in West Bengal under Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari. The government has promised justice, formed an SIT, and assured the victim's family that the guilty will face the harshest of punishment. But the larger question certainly remains. Could the child have been saved? Why did public faith collapse so quickly that a mob decided to deliver justice on its own? Has policing failed, or has public patience run out? And can any government ensure justice whilst preventing society itself from descending into vigilantism? Let's examine not only the brutal crime, but also the policing, the politics, the public outrage, and the questions that this incident raises about governance, about accountability, and of course the rule of law.
আমরা শুধু বারুইপুরের ইনসিডেন্ট নয়, কোথাও এই ধরনের ঘটনা এই রাজ্যে যাতে না ঘটে তার ব্যবস্থা প্রথম দিন থেকেই নিচ্ছি। আজকে এখান থেকে রাজ্যের সমস্ত থানার ওসিআইসি সিপিএসপিদের সঙ্গেও আমাদের কথা হয়েছে। আমি শুধু একটা কথাই বলবো যে সরকার এবং পুলিশ এক্ষেত্রে যা করার করছে, এবং আমার সঙ্গে ওই আমাদের পরিবার, প্রথমত যে পরিবারটি ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত হয়েছে, একরত্তি একটি ছোট্ট কন্যা সন্তানের উপর পাশবিক অত্যাচার করে খুন করা হয়েছে।
हम बार बार बोलते हैं कि ये तानाशाही, ये मनमानी लास्ट बात नहीं होगी। सच, न्याय, जनता और लॉ ऑफ द लैंड और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विल टेल द लास्ट वर्ड।
Well, joining us here on the broadcast is Arvind Kumar Jain, former DGP, Uttar Pradesh, Radhika Bhattacharya Shah, BJP spokesperson. Many thanks for taking on the time, DGP and Mr. Shah. Manav Jaiswal, AITC spokesperson, with us also on the broadcast to help us put this story into perspective. We have voices from all corners, but I'll go back to the former top cop first. Sir, from your assessment, from what we've been seeing over the past weekend, and this is certainly a gruesome case, allegations by the family that action and operations by the police were lackadaisical. They did not, they were slow on their feet. Could this tragedy have been averted? My first question to you. Did the police, from what you've been assessing, from what you've learned, from what you've read, lose precious hours after the missing person's complaint? And the victim's family says the police, had it acted immediately, the child may have been saved.
I cannot comment on that because I have not been to the scene of crime. I have not been through the records. When did the police get the information, first information? What was the reaction of police? How many forces were called? Companies or platoons of paramilitary forces and other forces were called. So naturally, what was the reaction of the police? That is very important. And the family judges it from that. Naturally, if they are saying it, there must be something. And I think I have read somewhere the CM has assured that he will look into the matter, that if police has acted in a delayed manner, then strict action will be taken. And in my opinion, it should be taken. Police should be geared up. Now, I think if BJP government wants to improve law and order, which they will, I think. The way they have been functioning, I have been watching. Action is being taken. Then they should. And CM, I think, had called a meeting also of senior officials of police.
That's right.
And he has directed them that no nonsense will be tolerated. Such cases, this is the first test, and there will be naturally so many such incidents throughout this 5-year tenure. So government should be prepared for, because they are now in power, so they have to face the consequences, they have to face the public outrage. Case has been registered under gang rape, POXO and murder. So, and three accused, I am told, have been arrested. One is at large.
That's right.
And he shall also be nabbed. Otherwise, a reward should be declared on his head and he should be put behind bars. Government can think of invoking National Security Act also against such people. In my opinion, correct case should be registered under proper sections. There should be no minimization, no barking, no concealment, and strictest possible action should be taken. I think that there was some delay because that's why there was so much of public outrage and one person was lynched also. This is very unfortunate. This lynching should not have taken place. His family members are denying it. But allegation of family members is that that person was seen with the accused. Naturally, there was a lot of anger and those people will also get the case registered. But this should not have happened and police should have collected immediately the police forces from neighboring areas.
There's a mob lynching that also happened, and I'm going to come back to you once I go across the circle here, sir, to understand that crucial evidence and what does it mean when a suspect is lynched before the law actually takes its own course. How does that damage the initial investigation at large? But to the BJP spokesperson first, Radhika ji, you see, the victim's family has questioned the initial police response. What does the BJP here say? And does the BJP government, will your government order an inquiry into whether there was any delay or not? Because that's what people are asking right now.
Well, of course, Namaskar, Kabir, and Jai Hind, always a joy to be on your show. And now the rape and murder of this young child in Baruipur, of course, is a horrible, horrible crime. Our deepest sympathies are with the victim's family, and this is not a moment for political point scoring, but for ensuring justice. The government has acted promptly. As we know, the accused have been arrested. An SIT has been constituted and multiple cases have been registered, including those related to the subsequent violence. The investigation process must proceed without fear or favor. And if the accused are convicted in a court of law, the harshest punishment available under the law, including those seeking and asking for capital punishment where applicable, should be pursued. Obviously, Mr. Suvendu Adhikari is a very serious chief minister. When I say serious, I mean that he is seriously looking at this, because when BJP came into power in West Bengal, we assured the people that the crimes of the bygone era would be taken care of. We are new in government, and Mr. Adhikari is serious about what he says. Obviously, if there has been
Radhika ji, my apologies for interjecting. Yeah, just a quick follow-up. If the chief minister is as serious as you say he is, why was there an episode of mob lynching? Why drag out a young local, kill him? I mean, the police response, the police presence, the deployment, it did go out of hand now, didn't it? I mean, was it a case of the government and the local authorities underestimating the anger of the town here? Because, I agree with you that the chief minister is a serious man, but if he is as serious as you say he is, shouldn't he have, gripped the situation with his, tightest grip, and this mob lynching could have been averted?
Well, if there has been retaliatory violence or lynching, that too is a crime. No one should prejudice motives before the investigation is complete. The police must establish the facts, and anyone responsible, irrespective of religion or political affiliation, should be prosecuted. If there was any delay, if there were to be points raised against the police, as our senior police officers mentioned, the Chief Minister will take it up and must take it up.
Okay.
Obviously, there has to be anticipation. There has to be some sort of, preparation for such incidents. Perhaps on the occasion, the scale of violence or the scale of reaction may have been undermined, may have been not sort of, considered in the
okay. I understand. Yeah. I'm going to come back to you because there are several other questions and, allegations that have been leveled by the Trinamool Congress as well. Mr. Jaiswal is with us here, AITC spokesperson. So, you see, the BJP says that the Trinamool Congress's protest, and we've been seeing Mamata Banerjee, with the candlelight march and how she says that she was placed under house arrest, wasn't allowed to meet the family of the victim. The BJP says that this protest of Mamata Banerjee is less about the victim and more about regaining political relevance after losing power. How does the TMC here respond? And I understand that, BJP also did draw political mileage, talk about Sandesh Khali, talk about RG Kaur. We're not denying that. But when the BJP says that this protest is less about the victim and more about regaining that political relevance, how does the TMC respond here?
First of all, very good evening to the panel and to the nation, Kabir. It's one of the saddest and the most troublesome incident that has been happening in Bengal. Since 4th of May, we have seen multiple cases where, victims are more child, which is like underage victims. And we have seen there have been cases where father and the daughter were abducted from Narendrapur, and they were found in the BJP party office. They were recovered from there from the police. Now the whole idea is you can put an NSA to the against the people of the state. You can have the most draconian law placement. But what about the policemen? What about the negligence of the policemen? What prevented and who prevented them to act promptly and when there is such a serious case against a child? Literally, I'll tell you what, after the postmortem, which I've just received the postmortem report, it has been stated that the child was alive till she was thrown in the pond. She died of the water suffocation. Yeah. This is what happening in Bengal. The law and order has collapsed. When RG Kaur had happened, we introduced a bill called Aparajita. But what has happened with the Aparajita bill? Where is the bill? Where is the will of this government? We had the bill, we placed that bill, we passed that bill, but there is no will of this government. Shubhendu Adhikari has a word of mouth. That is all
Those are some hefty allegations, Mr. Jaiswal. If you allow, let's have the BJP respond to that.
From sun to moon, from morning to night, but there is, what is the action? What is the action?
Okay. All right, Mr. Jaiswal. Radhika ji, how do you respond to that? Because where is the will? I think that's what the Trinamool Congress has been saying. They brought the bill. There is no will. The law and order has collapsed. And I think that's another operative part of this segment, is that this is the first major test for the BJP government. And is it boding well for the Bharatiya Janata Party optically?
Kabir, the TMC's politics has become very predictable. Instead of allowing the focus to remain on the victim, it immediately attempts to shift the narrative, as we are doing just now. Instead of answering questions, say, on law and order, it raises political distractions. Instead of accepting accountability...
But why should they answer questions of law and order right now? You're the one in the government.
I need to interject.
We'll come to you. We'll give you your fair time, Mr. Jaiswal. I really don't have much time. Let's make the most of this time. I'm going to come back to you, Mr. Jaiswal. Hold on.
About the accountability of the social history of West Bengal. We have just come into power. But the trend with sort of
No, don't
bad
blame Bengal.
behavior. Let me
Don't blame
finish,
Bengal.
please.
Don't blame
Do not
Bengal for
interject. It's
incompetency.
not going to
Don't
get
blame
you
Bengal for the
any cookie points when I'm
incompetent leaders that you have in
speaking.
the state.
I do
Don't
not
blame
wish to
Bengal
speak
for the
over you
incompetent,
because I have a point
policies
to
that you have
make
been
and I
organizing with.
will
Mr.
not
Jaiswal,
be
Mr.
arguing
Jaiswal,
that.
Mr. Jaiswal, Mr. Jaiswal,
Mr.
hold up, hold
Jaiswal.
up, hold up. I'm going to come to you. You'll get your fair share. Understand, please,
She
hold on.
cannot blame Bengal for her incompetence.
No, that's all right, sir.
It's
We're
her
going to
fault.
come to you.
Their party is
Speak when
incompetent.
when we come back to you. Speak when we come back to you. Raise your point when we come back to you.
Where are they having the social obligation? Where is the social obligation?
No.
What have you done for the people of Bengal? What have you done for any girl child? What have you done for Ratna Devnath? 7 days you stated that the action will be taken, she will be enforced, and the crime will have another chapter to add it on. She's been crying on the scene. Your own MLA is crying, ma'am. What are you doing?
Okay,
What have
all
you
right,
done?
Mr.
Have you
Jaiswal,
not
give
justice
them a
Ratna
fair
Devnath?
chance to respond to that
A
as well. Give them a
powerful
fair
MLA.
chance to respond to that as well.
Powerful MLA. She was the only one MLA who has on whom the whole BJP Rath Yatra was captivated with, and that brought you to the power. You are not bringing justice to Ratna Devnath. We don't expect anything
Okay,
of the BJP.
Mr. Jaiswal,
They will never bring justice to-
Mr.
to
Jaiswal,
the people of
it
the-
seems
of the
like
state.
we're not getting through to you. We're not getting through to you. Let's go across the board one by one. Otherwise, we're all just collectively wasting the viewers this time. DGP is also waiting with us.
I'm
Just hold on, Mr. Jaiswal, Mr. Jaiswal, I request you. I request you. No, sir, please listen to me. Listen to me, sir. Please hold on, sir. Guys, can we please have Radhika ji on air? Can you please have Radhika ji on air? Let the BJP respond. You've raised your hefty allegations. Let the BJP respond. Otherwise, we're not getting anywhere, sir. Neither are you getting through with your point. Neither are we understanding how the BJP responds. And that's making your attempt futile as well. Radhika ji, take a minute to respond to that, please.
Certainly. As Mr. Jaiswal did not allow me to finish my
We understood. We got that.
Yes.
Please
Now,
get to the point, please.
The point I was trying to make is that Bengal has seen a trend. This trend wasn't started by us. We know all the cases of incidents that had taken place prior to the BJP coming into power. Our answer is simple today, since we are sitting in power. No democracy in the world has eliminated crime completely. And this goes for every party across the board. The issue is not whether crime occurs. The issue is how the government responds. Does it act immediately? Does it arrest the accused? Does it prosecute without political interference? Does it ensure justice for the victim? That is where governments are judged.
And the BJP government is being judged, ma'am. And the BJP government is being judged. That's what Mr. Jaiswal was saying as well. We're coming to you, Mr. Jaiswal. Radhika ji, my final follow-up, because I'm really running out of time. Yeah, I need to go to the DGP as well. See, how do you convince the people that there is going to be no delay, there is going to be justice, that's going to be swift, and it's not going to be just another promise or just another lip service?
You see, when Mr. Shubhendu Adhikari says he'll do what he does, the onus of responsibility is his, lies on him. And let the days pan out, and we will see what sort of measures, what sort of actions are being taken. Shouting just now, as Mr. Jaiswal is doing on the debate, is not going to sort of accelerate what is already taking place. The government has taken responsibility.
But maybe, ma'am, whatever is taking place, the speed of which is actually just not viable. It's just not acceptable. Maybe that's the case here. Mr. Jaiswal, I'm going to give you the final say. Do hold on. DGP. What do you make of the probe so far, sir? And this mob lynching episode that has happened, do you think that the police has been slow on their feet? And coming back to my first question, that this case has already become politically charged. Do you think that's going to become a hindrance in the police's work?
Yes, it will be hindrance to some extent, but things will normalize after the body is buried, and then police will be free to take action. It all depends. I was just thinking over it. What information was given for the first time by the family members to the police station? Was the information given that she has been abducted by so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so? Then police should have swung into action immediately with full force, should have conducted raids at the houses of those people should have caught those people, should have detained the family members, should have searched all over the place.
Yeah.
If the information was that girl has gone missing and kindly help in tracing her, then naturally responses cannot be so fast. You don't know the accused. But if information, if pinpointed information was given by the family members that she was traveling in such and such auto rickshaw or a rickshaw van, and she has been kidnapped by that man and his associates, then in my opinion, police should have swung into action, should have picked up all those people, their family members, and raids should have been conducted in the evening only. I don't know at what time information was given. Immediately action should have been taken, and forces should have been stationed there by the state government, by the senior officers of police. This is, I think,
you're absolutely right, DGP. I think you don't need a very line by line assessment to understand that there is clearly more that the cops could have done at that particular point in time. Because just like Mr. Jaiswal was telling us, the postmortem report says that the girl was alive when she was thrown into the pond in that sack. So clearly, and it's shameful, head should hang in shame collectively. Mr. Jaiswal, your rejoinder, what do you have to say?
See, Kabir, I need to add three points. First of all, Ms. Radhika does not know about Shantanu Mandal. He is your Mandal president. And he literally kidnapped the culprits of the police station. That is one thing. So you were literally involved in basically in the hindrance of law and order. As far as the DGP is concerned, I'm really sorry, sir. Probably it has been inherited by people like you who had run the state for many years, whereas you want to wait whether the parents had to come and tell you that my child is abducted. That was as if the parents are the investigator, not the police. How could you just give a statement like this? Okay, probably if they would have said that my child has been abducted, the police would have acted faster instead of that my child had gone missing. You have got a scenario where your child has gone missing, and this is what you have.
There is a protocol also in place. Wait, hold on, Mr. Jaiswal. There is a protocol in place. What the DGP essentially is saying is that had it been clarified by the parents, of course, the parents did not know that the girl was abducted or not. Had it been clarified that the girl was abducted, the police would have swung into action with a little bit more seriousness. I mean, a missing person's complaint could just be another case of the child not coming back home or stayed back at a friend's place. There is a different approach in all of these places, in both of these options.
This is completely saddening kind of a modus operandi. Whereas as a parent, as a brother, if my daughter or my sister goes missing, I would first allege that she's been abducted. Who goes on this theory? Who goes on this theory? This is shameful. This is the legacy of this BJP. This is the legacy that they have given to this country. It is shameful that we are living in a country where people like DGP like these are justifying the police modus operandi. This is shameful.
Mr. Jaiswal, I must come in here. This is that is absolutely not correct. The DGP has not. Exactly. I agree with you, DGP sir. I'm absolutely with you. He did not. He was clearly talking about protocol. You don't need to step the line and really cast aspersions on what other former top cops have done. The police's job is not an easy job. Clearly, Mr. Jaiswal is not willing to listen to anything. And when the BJP says that there has been a trend, the BJP only just came to power. We've seen massive cases like Arji Kaur and Sandesh Khali right over here in the state of West Bengal. So when you talk about a legacy, look at what the Trinamool Congress did. That one Aparajita bill is not going to bring back the victims of Arji Kaur as well. And you know what, Radhika ji? The bottom line is that clearly this is a first test, but it's not boding well for the Bharatiya Janata Party. And just to say that TMC is gaining political mileage out of this doesn't really absolve you of the problems as well. That mob lynching could have been stopped as well. I've run out of time here. Many thanks, DGP. My apologies for the other panelists going over the board and over the line. That's not what should have been done. A horrific crime that has shaken West Bengal, and we're clearly seeing that politics is raging on. One question that must not be lost, and I again urge all my panelists to take that back home to everybody that you speak to, is that the victim deserves justice, and justice is not just the arrests that have happened. We need speedy justice, we need a speedy probe, and we need accountability in this case. On that note, DGP, many thanks for taking on the time. Radhika ji, BJP spokesperson with us, and Mr. Jaiswal speaking for the AITC. We're going to slip into a quick commercial breather here, our second segment, right on the other side of this very short commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
the tomorrow today. ICFI is the bridge between tomorrow and today. Bridge between aspirations and accomplishment. Bridge between I wish to I can. I will remove the gap. Welcome to the I am ICFI. Believe I can fly above imagination.